Hi everyone. Welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Angela Winbush remains an illuminating presence in the music industry, praising her diverse gifts as a performer, arranger, and maker. With a total assets of $9 million as of April 2024, Winbush has cemented her position as one of the best ladies in the business. Her excursion to popularity started in the 1980s as one portion of the popular R&B pair Renee and Angela, where her profound vocals and imaginative vision dazzled crowds overall. Together, they produced hits that resounded with audience members acquiring Winbush, broadly recognized for her commitments to the class anyway. Hedges' star kept on rising, even after the disintegration of Renee and Angela, as she left on an effective performance profession that further exhibited her melodic ability. Hits like Heavenly Messenger moved her to solo fame, acquiring her assignments for lofty honors. For example, the Soul Train Music Grant for Single of the Year Female in 1987, not satisfied with laying on her tree's wine. Shrub kept on pushing limits and investigating new imaginative roads. Her collection sharply accumulated basic recognition and procured her another Soul Train Music Grant assignment for Collection of the Year Female in 1987, further setting her status as a main figure in the business in the 2002 win. Hedges' ability was perceived again when she held the ASCAP beat in gratitude for her commitment to the R&B hip bounce tune My Most Memorable Love. This award highlighted her perseverance through influence on the music scene and solidified her inheritance as a pioneer in her field with over 10 million collections and singles sold overall. Bramble's impact broadens a long way past the limitations of the recording studio. Her spirit mixing songs and genuine verses have contacted the hearts of millions of fans, making a permanent imprint on the texture of contemporary music as Angela Winbush continues to charm crowds with her unmatched ability and steadfast commitment. Her inheritance sparkles as a guide of motivation for hopeful specialists and music darlings, the same in a world filled with clamor wind. Shrubbery's music remains a demonstration of the getting-through force of tune musicality and soul. Angela Lisa Winbush, brought into the world on January 18, 1955, in St. Louis, Missouri, left on a wonderful venture that would see her ascent to unmistakable quality as a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. Her foundations in music follow back to her initial days singing in chapel, where her deep voice previously enamored crowds experiencing childhood in a working-class neighborhood in St. Louis. Bramble's ability bloomed as she leveled up her abilities in the congregational ensemble in spite of her melodic tendencies. Winbush at first sought after a different way, concentrating on design at Howard College anyway. Her enthusiasm for music stayed undiminished, and she proceeded to sing both in chapel and with gospel. Legend Richard Smallwood during her time at Howard. It was during her university years that Shrubbery's melodic goals took off as she turned into an individual. From the gathering of hot tea while learning at Howard College together, they set out on a melodic excursion, opening for famous entertainers and lending their voices as foundation singers for recording craftsmen. This time of melodic investigation established the groundwork for Shrubbery's future undertakings in the business. In 1977, Winbush went with a critical choice to change her major to music schooling, flagging her obligation to seek after her energy for music outfitted with assurance and ability. She recorded a demo and enthusiastically shopped at different record names, with at least some expectations of getting a record bargain through a stroke of karma and an individual suggestion from industry veteran Wayne K. Garfield. Hedges' crude ability bird worked with her entrance into Stevie Ponder's support bunch Marvel Love, where she became one protege, under the direction of Winbush, sharpened her specialty, learning the complexities of songwriting and organizing that would later characterize her melodic style while in Los Angeles with Marvel. Shrubbery encountered vocalist Renee Moore, starting an innovative association that would alter the direction of her profession. Together, they shaped the pair. Renee and Angela delivering a string of fruitful collections and scoring hit singles like I Love You More and My First Love. Renee Moore and Angela Williams manufactured a considerable organization in the universe of music, making a permanent imprint on the business with their imaginative sound and weighty joint efforts. Their initial years together saw them rise to unmistakable quality as pursued musicians and makers created hits for probably the greatest names in music in 1982. Moore and Winbush were endowed with the errand of composing and creating 4 tunes for Janet Jackson's introduction collection, a significant second that would set the stage for their future achievement. One of these tunes, Youthful Love, soars to the highest point of the American R&B diagrams, denoting Jackson's most memorable significant hit and cementing more and more of Win's notoriety as hitmakers. Their imaginative gifts didn't stop there, Moore and Weintraub's pieces tracked down their direction into the repertoire of regarded craftsmen, for example, Rufus and Chaka Khan. Lamont Dossier and Odyssey further solidified their status as melodic visionaries in 1985. Moore and Winbush arrived at the apex of accomplishment with the arrival of I Have Figured Out How to Regard the Force of Adoration by Stephanie Plants as a diagram-besting hit that exhibited their capacity to create soul-mixing tunes that resounded with crowds overall following their marking with Mercury Records. Moore and Winbush released their cutting-edge collection Road called One Upon the World in that very year. This fundamental work displayed their mixed melodic interpretations, including hit singles like Save Your Affection, which included visitor vocals from rapper Curtis Blow, and I'll Be Great, setting their status as melodic pioneers in spite of their transient accent. Moore and Winbush confronted individual and proficient difficulties that eventually prompted the disintegration of their organization anyway. Both proceeded to make progress in the business, with Moore taking critical steps as a musician and maker, quite teaming up with Michael Jackson in the 1986 win. Bramble's melodic excursion took a new turn when she was acquainted with Ronald Isley, lead artist of the persuasive Isley siblings. Their joint effort on the Isley's Smooth Sailing collection yielded a Best 10 R&B hit, with the title track displaying a win. Shrub's ability as a maker, essayist, and arranger in 1987, Winbush ventured into the spotlight with her presentation solo collection, Sharp, denoting another part in her vocation. The collection highlighted the diagram-beating hit Holy Messenger, a deep song of praise that exhibited Breeze Shrubbery's amazing octave range. This mixing ditty took off to the top of the R&B diagrams, setting Windshrub's status as an independent craftsman to be dealt with. Sharp wasn't just about one-hit wonder, it bragged a set potential. Tracks including the dance floor most loved Hurry to Me, the sincere Say Toy It's You, and the captivating 2-part harmony with Ron Isley. Hi, My Dear. The collection's prosperity was irrefutable, spending 28 weeks on the Bulletin 200 Collections outline and 51 weeks on the Hot R&B Hit Bounce Collections diagram. Windshrub's ability stretched out past her performance profession in 1988. She drove her songwriting and creation abilities to Sheena Easton's Gold Collection, The Sweetheart and Me, creating hits like Without You and Fire and Downpour that exhibited Easton's soul voice. In 1989, Winbush kept on causing disturbances with her second solo collection. The Genuine Articles title track took off to number 2 on the R&B outlines, with ensuing hits like No More Tears and Lay Your Difficulties Down, solidifying Windshrubbery's status as an apparatus on the R&B scene. However, Win's Hedges' impact didn't end there. In 1989, she directed the songwriting and creation of the Ely siblings' 25 collection, Go Through the Night, which included the hit single Go Through the Night. See her joint effort with the R&B young lady Bunchbody and rookie Lila Hathaway further displayed her flexibility as a musician and maker in an impactful new development win. Shrub's own and proficient lives met when she hitched Ronald Isley in 1993 together. They invited a little girl named Tina Isley, further hardening their bond both on and off the stage in spite of confronting difficulties in her individual life, incorporating a fight with ovarian malignant growth in 2003. Hedges' strength and assurance never faltered after an effective medical procedure. She got back to the stage, spellbinding crowds with her spirit, mixing exhibitions, and reaffirming her status as a melodic symbol after a drawn-out non-attendance from standard TV. Angela Winbush made a victorious return to the spotlight in Walk 2010 on the late-night syndicated program The Monique Show. Winbush enamored crowds with an ardent execution of her hit tune, Holy Messenger, helping fans to remember her persevering ability and profound voice. Her appearance on The Monique Show wasn't the same as her achievement in Windshrub's rebound venture. She additionally partook in Television One's narrative series Overlooked, which broadcasted soon thereafter. Through this narrative, Windshrubbery shared her own and proficient excursion, revealing insight into the ups and downs of her profession anyway. In the midst of the festival of her melodic accomplishments uncelebrated, likewise dug into a hazier section of Windshrub's life, it was uncovered that her previous partner Renee Moore had become rough towards her in later years, inciting Winbush to disavow him. Thanks for watching this video.